Hello, my name is Daniel Geis. I'm the creative and technical director at ED Films. I'm here doing another unofficial Twitch stream, and today I'm doing some more of this stuff of taking Photoshop files and bringing them into Maya. Um, the intention behind this is to just make it so I don't have to mesh everything up in Maya, which can take a really long time. So what I've been doing is just drawing these curves in Photoshop that will give me my mesh in Maya that I can then tweak a little bit. I'm just using this plugin that we've made that we made with Cedrin. So I'm going to go and finish this up. I just wanted to pop in at this stage because there's a few things I've been learning. Not that it matters, I guess, to anybody yet because the plugin's not available, but I've been learning different ways of managing the mesh generation, which has been helpful for me in making better builds. So a lot of it has to do with adding a face or adding a line at the very end of the geometry. Kind of very similar to what I would do if I were building mesh manually in Maya. But here I can just do it very fast. Still takes time because it's a long process. There's a lot of pieces. There's a ridiculous amount of pieces, actually. This one needs an extra piece here just to try to keep it together. We'll put a bunch of these because we need doot. Hopefully that should merge it together. So this will be kind of boring. Hey Pramod, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the Sunday stream. I don't usually stream on Sundays. Let's cut this one off here. How is your weekend going? Oh, I did. Yes, I did. I did shave. I had a wedding. I had a wedding to go to last night, so I had to shave and to tidy myself up a little bit. Um, okay. So, did you shave? I can't see you actually. So, as you already know, I'm just going to draw the whoops, not now. I'm just going to draw the middle line that runs up the center here. I've been doing the branches pretty high detailed because I want to use them in a lot of things. So I'm just going to follow this middle line up, and I think I'll cut it through here. This will probably end up merging the two together. Actually, let's do it one more time. Oops, I want to see a little closer to the center of the actual drawing. Okay, and I'll just come right through the middle. Okay. Your weekend was good? I'm glad to hear that. We'll do another line here for this one and run it right up the middle there. And we could do another one here if we really wanted to. There. So that's essentially, I think, a decent mesh layout for those. So mine was okay. I mean, it's really busy. I'm actually able to come in today because my son he's finally getting old enough to go to friends' houses. I mean, he's been going to friends' houses before, but not very often. He's 6.5 now, so he's less work for it's less work when you're a parent and your kid's about that age. At least for me, my understanding of things, and therefore it's easier to have friends over for the day. They kind of entertain and play with each other, so makes it a bit easier to manage. So he gets invited, well, places a little bit more, so I can sneak off and get some work done. So it's nice to be able to do some work on the weekend because I don't always get to, and I really like working. So okay, let's draw a line here. Now this, I don't know what we're gonna do. We'll just do this for now. This will probably be broken. Not all my mesh is good. Like some of it will probably end up with five-sided faces and stuff like that. But it's not really a big deal. I mean, this method is nice because you can kind of work on your edge loops without fighting everything. I can always fix it later. So I'm going to apply this path to my branches. Doot, doot. Okay, so now we have a path for the branches. We have a path for the trees. Now the last thing I just have to do is the foliage. So you guys will just have to bear with me on the foliage here really quick. So select, we'll modify, expand. So we're gonna pop into Maya pretty quick here. These guys I'm not going to be so particular with, but we will just generate our path really quickly. So we'll go to paths, this. Okay. Oh, I can't work full time on the weekends, unfortunately. I mean, it's okay because I mean, I really like working if I can, but you know, I have a kid, so it's a lot harder. I used to work fully on the weekends. They were just another work day for me. But the nice thing on weekends is I can just crank my music up and sort of just enjoy the studio a little bit differently. So, yeah, but actually, I'm not quite sure. I'm trying to figure this. Anyways, but yeah, so I can't do that as much as I used to because obviously, when you have a kid, you can't just drag them to work all the time. Plus, it's good. It's been good to take breaks from working so much. I kind of over prioritize work sometimes. I guess there's two ways we could do the foliage. We could just do the foliage as we've done it using this linear mapping. Like I don't know if we really need to go crazy with this foliage, making it all really perfect. Let's just try that for now. I'm going to delete this. I'm going to delete this work path. Yes. And we'll just save this file out and then that way I can send it over to Maya right away. So we'll save it. Everything looks like it's named okay. Tree set B. Okay, white birch textures. All right, and I'll just save this again. Tree set B. We'll save over what we have. That's fine. Okay, so we'll just open up Maya. So I haven't done a lot in this scene, but this is what we're going to be adding to. We're going to be making some new trees so that we can do a little bit more variety in the foliage and stuff like that. So let's go there. Hey, Pachelovic, welcome to the stream. How's your weekend going? Let's do a new scene here. There we go. All right, and we will load up the PSD to Maya plugin. If any of you guys are interested in beta testing the plugin, just let me know. Like, write us at info@edfilms.net if you want. I'd be more than happy to start. I'm interested in trying to find some beta testers for it. So if you guys are interested in trying it out now that it's all working, I would be really happy to throw it your way. Okay, so let's go to the project. Really got to go deep here. It's really far in there. 3D, Maya, it goes forever. Scenes, trees, white birch, textures, trees B. There, we'll import that one. Boom. Okay. I think we have all the PNGs. So the foliage doesn't have a curve mask. The branches and the birch thin trunks both have masks for them. So your weekend was great. You actually worked today all day. That's fun. Like I was just telling Pramod, I'm here because my son is on. He's at a friend's house, so I'm kind of able to hang out, which is super nice. It's nice to be able to get some work done. I like it. And it's nice too because the studio's quiet, so there's nobody here. So I can have my music on. I don't have to have all the horrible top lights on, and it's like a nice little space to work. Okay, so let's first generate. I suppose I just generated the PNGs. I'm going to generate the foliage mesh just really quick. We're going to use linear. I'm going to do 50. Let's just generate the mesh and see what we get. It's going to be a little bit of a mess, but that's okay. Looks like it missed a couple spots here, so I need to increase the mesh resolution. So we'll do it one more time. Let's go 70. Generate mesh. There we go. So with this, what I can probably do is I can triangulate this and clean it up. Because I don't know if I really want to go through and try to, create polys around all this stuff really nicely. I think I might just want to clean it up a little bit and separate things out. I can do that stuff a little more manually, and at least we have the trees and they're in there. There's also this thing we put into the plugin, which I haven't used much yet, but it's sort of a density map. You can make variations on the density of polygons. So if I actually paint on this layer here, and if I were to paint this like really black, I think here, you can disable it, but in this area, if I apply this to, okay, let's go like that, and I'll just save this really quick. I think what should happen, I can't remember exactly because it's been a long time since we just kind of put that feature back in. I think I think what I can do is let's just regenerate the mesh again. Oh yeah, I didn't do it right. There's a way to make it so it's like a density mesh modifier. So you can change the density of the mesh, which is neat. It's sort of like the puppet tool in After Effects. I'm just going to get rid of that for now. Oh, you know what I did? I think that's what I did wrong. Let's undo. Let's just save this again. I forgot to re-import, reload the thing. And let's see if it worked. I'm not quite sure if it worked. Oh, you thought through the filming process? Do you guys have a strategy in place? Yeah, I don't think the mask thing worked. I can't remember how to do it. I'm gonna have to go back in and check out the documentation again. Okay, so save. There we go. All right. Anyways, so that's the foliage. Let's have a look really quickly, and we'll pull in the tree branches and see what state they're in. Because these ones, I'm a little worried about that they're going to be a giant mess. Vector. There we go. And let's just go here really quickly. All right. Great. I don't know what I'm doing. I just lost my train of thought for a second. Generate mesh. This might take a minute because there's a lot of lines. Oh, looks like it killed them for some reason. Branches. Oh, no, they're there. They're kind of messy. They didn't really work out the way I was expecting. There's a lot of missed lines. Let's see this, though. I don't see a texture on them either. So that's a little bit of a bug. Maybe. It could be a bug. All right, well, let's try we'll generate the trees and have a look at, see what kind of mess those guys come in as. Let's go generate mesh. Okay. So the trees worked a lot better. I think, yeah, because sometimes it looks like it's not recognizing the distance between some of my polygon, my edges. So I'm probably going to have to either draw bigger, because yeah, it's like merging them together, or decrease the merge distance. Let's see if we can do that for the branches one more time. I'm not sure if I can make the merge distance any lower. Hopefully I can. Don't think I can. I think we left it at that. Let's try this, generate the mesh again. Okay, that's better. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Cool. So it lost a little piece here and there, but that's okay. Let's check our branches one more time and we'll generate them again. Maybe this will help. Generate mesh. I really don't want it merging a bunch of stuff. I'm not sure if did it do it? I don't feel like that did anything. Maybe I selected the wrong layer. No, I got it. Oh, let's make sure. Yeah, sorry. Down. Generate mesh. Let's do it again. Okay, that's a lot better. Cool. Okay. We worked with a company called Cedrin. It's a Canadian Development Research institution. Or Canadian. It's a French acronym, so it's kind of I have a hard time remembering it exactly. But they helped us with the scripts. So now what we're doing is, now that we figured it out, we had a partnership agreement with them, and now that we figured it out, we're going to. Why is the branches empty? We're going to be working with. We'll be working internally on it after that. Why can't I see the branches? For some reason, there's no branch showing up. Let's check our transparency map. Maybe that's messed up. Shouldn't matter. Okay, let's check our hyper shader. But it actually works, so that's good. There's only a couple little glitches here and there, so we'll polish that up. Yeah, it's there. There's a texture there. Well, let's check our UV editor. Maybe the UV map is in some weird space in another universe. Looks like it might be. Where is it? Okay, that's those. These guys just don't exist anywhere. Where are you? UV shell. They're not anywhere to be seen. Well, worst case scenario, I suppose I can just remap them. That's weird. Well, let's just remap them. It's pretty easy to do. Just for now, we'll go create. Those UV, are these outside of the UVs a little bit? It's possible they are. Yeah, they're a tiny bit out. That's okay. We'll fix that up. Okay, so let's put this one and the branches together. That's really, it's kind of weird that the branches don't have a proper UV map. Go create UVs. We'll do a planar based one. Planar. Or planar. I don't know. Z-axis. Apply. Let's check the UV editor and see where those are. There they are. And I think it's a bit smaller. I'm just eyeballing it at the moment, but it's kind of in a weird spot here. Just scale this down until it fits properly. The best way to do it is not like this, obviously. Why exactly? Oh, it doesn't look like it's symmetrical either. Why would it do that? 14.87. 14.87. We'll just lock it so it's equal. There we go. That looks a lot better. Pretty easy to fix. Once you have geometry there, it's not so hard. There's a few little problems that we have to resolve, but nothing crazy. There we go. This is definitely a workaround from a problem. Okay, I can see also a few little glitches here and there in the script. Probably things I could fix manually, actually. This will be interesting to see what the script does, since there's a few problems in the geometry. So let's just have a look. I mean, I'm just going to go in really quick. I know this is like is boring and not really necessarily what everyone wants to be doing, but I got to do it. I got to get these trees in to the movie. Okay, so there we go. Let's size this down just a little bit more. There we are. Should be about right. I could have done that other ways to line everything up, but it's a bit of a balancing act. There's never the perfect solution. Okay, good enough. Let's fix some of the geometry, and I'm going to see if I fix it in my program. If I fix it in Photoshop, what happens in here? So the branches. Here's the. There should be the polygons here somewhere. There they are. We have like a little connection issue down here. We're losing some of the lines here, so I'm just going to add a couple just to give us a little more fidelity and see if that helps connect things together. Okay, and we'll save. And let's re-import the branches. We'll try to reload the whole thing. All right, and then we will generate the mesh of the branches again. I'm curious if it's going to blow away our UVs. No, it kept the UVs and actually lined them up properly this time. Nice, and we fixed that problem there. Great. Let's have a look at any other areas that are problematic. I think we could use like another line on this one. It's nice that we can go in and just sort of fix things that aren't right. I have to do something on the plugin to get this to recognize corners that don't actually have an intersection line on them. That's one of the annoying things. You can see a couple other little problems there. That's a little problem, one right there. But anyways, overall, pretty good. Pretty good. And considering how bloody long it takes to do this stuff normally, this is a pretty huge time saver for me. Okay, so the other one that's a problem is this one here. Or is it? It's the second one down. Sorry, guys. I know this is boring. I know it's boring. I know it's boring. What are we losing here? It's this one. This one here is a mess. Who is this? This is the third. Whoa. Okay, so we got a little. What are you doing here? Here you are. Okay, you're that one. This one's a mess. This one over here. This guy right there. Problem area. Problem child right there. Okay, so let's fix that one. So many things to fix. Okay, what is the problem? This one. Yeah, that makes sense. It didn't know what to do with this, so I'll just do a line, and a line, and a line there. And we'll save it. Okay, it's saved. And we will re-import. Reload. Great. Generate the mesh. See if that fixes. Great, fixed it. So we can just modify this as we need to, but at least we've got the structure down a little bit better. That one's fixed. This one looks like we're clipping the edge off a little bit on this one. That's no real problem. Another thing we can do here is just pull our UVs out. I'm going to wait until we're done fixing everything. But overall, things are looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy with this. And then I'll just go through and triple check to make sure we don't have a bunch of rando geometry floating around. Oh, this one's broken. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the middle one. Oh, it looks like this. Is this all one branch? Let's fix that. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's this one here. It breaks in the middle somewhere. Why does this break? It's this one. It breaks right where that branch comes through. Oops. Breaks where that branch comes through. Here. Oh, because we don't have a really... This is a very bizarre polygon that I've made here. Yeah, we're going to launch the plugin for Blender for sure, actually. That's one of our main goals. Absolutely. So without a doubt, that will be ending up in the production pipeline for sure. We've actually built the plugin so that it is completely, it is platform agnostic. So it doesn't care. Right now we built it for Maya, but that was mostly to help with the texture management, stuff like that. Oops. So we're using it to, I'm going to get rid of this line. We're using it we're using Maya because it was just sort of to prototype the process. I used Maya, so it was a little more clear of how to implement it. But let's just draw this line here. Ultimately, it will create OBJs or FBX files. So all you'll have to do, and then what we'll do from there is actually we will implement it so you can jump back and forth like I'm doing in Maya right now with Blender. So there is no real reason why it couldn't be used in a whole bunch of very many different 3D programs. The next step for us is making it so it spits out an FBX file that you can just keep updating. And so you can just like drag and drop the FBX back in and it will reload the mesh, which is super fun. So yeah, it's all coming. If people use it, if there's interest in it, we will do that. If there is no interest and nobody really cares about it, we just won't. And if nobody buys this thing at all, we'll just sort of do what we ended up doing with the exporter for Unity. Or if like Maya decides to create their own and completely make our business irrelevant, then we'll just have to make it open source like we've had to do in the past. It looks like this isn't quite working here. Anyways, all that to say, it will be out there. I'm just going to add some mesh. I'm just going to add some points here because I think this one's getting lost for some reason. I'm just going to do this, even though this makes a bit of a mess. I want to make sure I get some geometry in there because we have something happening that is going a little weird in this area. Let's save it again. Okay, and we'll go back here again. Let's just generate this one more time. Oh, we have to reload. There we go. And regenerate our branches. Generate mesh. Go. Still not fixing that. What is going on there? It's okay. I can also just bridge that together. But I do want to try to fix it, only because we'll clear it out. Doot. A lot of weird stuff going on here. All right. Pen. Let's go here. Drag this like that. Okay. Then we'll take this like that. 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 That should work. This is a possible problem area here. Do we get an n-gon if I delete that? We shouldn't. If I delete this one here, we shouldn't. It should be okay. Let's try this one. File. Save. Oh, Pramod, when we built an FBX exporter for Unity. They didn't have one yet. And what ended up happening, no one's fault really, is that Unity, we developed it, and it took us about 2 years to make it. And then Unity just pretty much made their own shortly after we released hours, and we hadn't managed yet to. Sorry, I forgot to reload. We hadn't managed yet to set up a sales model or a platform for distributing it or anything like that. So ultimately, it just got it became obsolete. There we go. We fixed it. And because it became obsolete, we couldn't sell it anymore. There was no reason to sell it. So we made it open source. And which I think was really good in the long run. The downside of that is that, of course, if you make something open source, you can't sell it and you can't make any revenues off of it. So that made that process a little bit difficult because as a small business, it's a bit hard when you've invested a lot of time and money into something and you can't sell it. And that, unfortunately, is also just the nature of technology. So I think it's just, yeah, there's not a lot you can do about it, really. I probably shouldn't be doing this right now, actually, because we're going to regenerate the mesh if there's more problems. So let me not do this. I'm just looking really quick. This one has a little missing hole here. This is the second branch from the left. Sorry, this is so boring. I'm like on a roll of the most boring streams in the history of streams. Okay, where's our little glitch? We have a glitch in this area. Something I've done wrong up at the top here of this branch. So don't worry, after this, we're going to get straight into building the trees, so that should be at least a little more interesting. So I made a mess in here, and it is a mess. If you look at it, it's quite a mess. Possibly let's just get rid of, we have this little guy there. We'll get rid of that. We'll get rid of that. We can clean this whole curve up a little more. That's fine. I'll just add an extra one here and just move it down. Cool. Okay. And then let's just go, we'll go Shift P and do just a few freeform. What? That's not a pen. There we go. Let's just see if we got those. This one will probably do something like that because it doesn't have any, but it should be okay. We'll just add an extra one here. I think we're okay. I don't see any n-gons there. Let's try that. So we'll save this. See what happens. Save. And we'll do a re-import. I promise you, as this is so much faster than building the geometry. Yeah, at least I find it so much faster. Oops, I forgot to reload. Oh well. Reload. Okay, and we'll generate the branches one more time. Go. Fixed. Great. That one's fixed. Yeah, it's easy to fix stuff too. You could fix it manually in Maya too, almost as fast. I'm just going through the whole process because I want to make sure I'm not missing anything as for testing purposes. It looks like we've got this one in the top left corner. We need an extra little bone in there, or edge in there. Who are we missing out on? This one here? Is that the one, or is it? It's here. Let's have a look. I'm forgetting already. Oh, it's right down on the first stick. Why is that happening? Am I even on the right stick? I don't think so. It's up here. There it is. My bad. What's happening here? It's like kind of losing something. Let's have one more look. Oh yeah, it's capping that off. It's like it's right. It's okay. It's just a little close. I feel like I could bring that out a little more. So we'll just add another line there. That'll give us some more fidelity. And we'll do one more there. Let's see, is there anyone else that let's do this. And possibly that. I'm not sure. That one looks okay, I think. All right, save, doot. And let's go back in, regenerate, reload. I really like this workflow too. It's just nice to be able to bop back and forth so quickly. And then generate mesh. Should hopefully fix in here. Okay, cool. All right, that's better. This is a problem, this little guy here. But we can fix that. That's an easy fix. There's a couple little weird things going on here, but that's okay. We'll go back through. And the main thing is to make sure we're not missing any primary major parts off the meshes. So for stuff like this guy here, what is that guy? It's right here. Where is that? Which mesh is that? Is that way over? Yeah, I want to fix that guy. This one's being clipped off right here. So where is that? Oh, I just couldn't see it that well. Okay, so I'm just going to fix this. Sorry, guys, lots of little things to fix. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, so these lines here, I just when you're doing this, not that you guys care right now, but I've been doing it to trying to make sure that I'm putting a line really close to the edge of the objects, and therefore when it creates that triangle, it doesn't clip off the edge. Probably should have a line here. So let's just do it one right there. Okay. And then there was one other problem over somewhere else. Who was it? It's over here somewhere. That person, that one. Let's go to the far end. Yeah, this one I'm missing one. So I should always, part of the practice is making sure you have a line at the end of your thing. So when it collapses that edge, you don't lose what you made. Oops, I'm using Maya hotkeys. Might do one here too. And this is a messy one, actually. Let's fix this. Oh no, what did I do? Let's fix this one. Delete, pen. Okay, this is a mess a bit. This should go like this. And this one we can just run a line straight through. And this one, this is a problem here. This guy. Okay, so let's run this through like that. There. Okay. Let's save it. And we'll regenerate. Almost done. Trying to reload. Okay, generate mesh. There we go. Hopefully that should be fixed. Looks like that one got fixed. That got cleaned up a little bit in there. Okay, so we got our branches. We're good. Now what I'm going to do is just clean up some of the geometry. That one is a little clipped off the top. I don't know if that matters. Let's just make sure. Yeah, it's this one's a little clipped off the top too. Okay, I'm going to go through one last time. Just to cover anything where we might have our lines not in the right spots. Where is that? Okay. You know, like these ones, I guess, the lines should be higher out. I'm going to leave it. We'll just fix it later. We'll just fix it. Okay, cool. Let's say we're done. We've redone the topology of these branches, and all we want to do is just tweak a couple of things here and there, and that should be fine. I'll pull some vertices up here. There seems to be a face in here. We don't want that. Let's go vertex, and we'll pull these up like this. And then, let's go here, F, pressing F. What we can do is, because we're kind of editing the UVs, we'll go here, and then I'll just use this optimize thing every now and then. So I can use the optimize tool and just sort of paint, let's go F8. Paint on the, we want to go quit UV shell. I can just click optimize, which should fix any changes that we've made, which it doesn't seem to have done for some reason. Vertex, let's pull this up. If I stretch that up, let me check this UV shell. Let me go optimize. Oh, there's just some non-manifold geometry. That's okay, it cleans it up. So now let's put it back to kind of what it should be. Just making sure. And let's go through and just quickly make sure we don't have any problems. Like this right there, that's a problem. So there's a few little areas of weird geometry which we can take care of, no problem. So we're going to start doing that really quickly. So we'll use the multi-cut tool, which is wonderful. And we can just go like this. There, no n-gon there now. If we want, we can add these points to triangles if we really need them. But it's not really necessary to delete all the triangles. Is there some mesh there? It looks like there might be an extra face in there. Let's have a look. Face. Nope. I just want to make sure that we don't have anything weird going on. Okay, that's cool. So far it's pretty robust. I'm finding the plugin. So let's go from left to right. I'm sorry, this is going to be a little bit boring. Just to make sure that we don't have any weird polygon faces that we don't want. There's somebody honking outside. It's really important to try to maintain quads, and we don't want to have any kind of open edges going on. This one, we could fix this line here. Let's just delete this edge, and we can go multi-cut, maybe go from here to here to here. That's probably a better one. And then we can go with the edge. We'll just delete. Whoops, what am I doing? I just created a huge mess. delete edges. And then we'll put this one back in, sorry. There we go. Okay, that's fixed. So let's keep going up the chain. That looks good. Oh, we have an extra face in there we don't really need. Oh, it looks like someone's here. Probably have to. Oh, okay, let's get rid of this one. We don't need that. I might have to stop for a bit because it looks like someone has arrived to the studio, and I have all the door open. Oh, sorry, just kidding. Hey, how you doing? Okay, and let's go here. And just merge these vertices. Merge. We don't need this one and this one. Okay. That's looking good. This one, we don't need that. We just merge that. Oops. Merge. There we go. Merge. Just looking for any little weird things. Oh, this one, we need to fix this. Multi-cut. We'll go like that. Good. Again, looking for floating vertices or anything like that. Cool, cool, cool. Looking good. Oh, this one's a mess. But nice. Delete. Vertex. Let's merge those together. Do it like that. And let's pull this one out, up, over, and focus here. So cut off the end of this guy for some reason. Okay, and then we'll just select this UV shell, and we will go just optimize it. There we are. So that kind of realigns the. Oh, sorry. I'm talking quiet because someone showed up. Because Eric's here. Okay, back to the modeling toolkit, multi-cut tool. There we go. Probably put a line straight through here. Actually, undo that. This, and that. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to sign out for just a little bit, and I'll finish up these, and then I'll come back, and then we'll start putting the trees together. So thanks for hanging out, guys. I'll be back in just a few minutes once I can kind of close my door and kind of get talk to Eric really quick, and then I'll come back on. But anyways, that's a bit of the process for bringing things from Photoshop into Maya using our plugin. If you guys are interested, like I said, in a beta, I'm more than happy to just contact us at info@edfilms.net, and you can get access to a beta to try it out, and that'd be great. All right, talk to you guys later.